Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Luke Pipala Show with Shide. Real quick here, I just want to say, have a happy Thanksgiving. This episode's gonna
episode.
last episode before Thanksgiving.
Wow. Thanksgiving break.
Remember that in high school?
Yeah, right.
Remember that in high school? Thanksgiving break. Ah, gosh. I hope everybody eats as much as they can.
Are you a turkey guy?
I love turkey.
Really?
But you got to put the turkey with something. You know, it has to be like with the mashed potatoes. I'm weird, dude. Sometimes I'll put it all together.
But like you'll eat a turkey outside of Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean sometimes it just depends.
Like turkey lunch meat.
Yeah, I mean if it's there.
I'm not a turkey lunch meat guy.
I was in Disney once and had a turkey leg.
See, I would get a turkey leg.
That's good.
That's the glutton in me, though.
That was
I would
good.
Definitely walk around, or like the state fair.
It was like $20, right? Of course, it's overpriced.
Oh yeah.
But I only wanted to do it just so I could say that I did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
But
good job.
Speaking of doing it, we're just gonna get right in. Once again, happy Thanksgiving. It's gonna be a great Thanksgiving.
We're on the run to Christmas, buddy.
Yes, I am. I'm feeling very festive, very holiday-ish.
Yeah.
Everybody out there, just please don't let politics divide your family. I've seen so many people before we get started online.
No, I know what you're
They're talking about, my family members voted for Trump, or vice versa. My family members voted for Kamala, and it's like, don't let that tear you apart. These people aren't even celebrating Thanksgiving or the holidays with their family. It's very sad. So please set aside your differences.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you off camera, but I know personally of someone who's going through this. It's actually crazy.
That's sad, dude.
Yeah,
so
it's
please don't let everything get in the way. Your family is your family no matter what.
Right.
Have a great Thanksgiving. And if you're not going to be celebrating Thanksgiving with your family for any reason, well, we're happy that you chose us.
Yeah.
So here we go. We're just going to get into it.
People who aren't going to, well, you were going to say speaking of people who aren't going to celebrate Thanksgiving in the United States.
Ellen DeGeneres, she moved, actually.
She's gone.
She is now living in the UK.
Good for her.
Well, we'll see. So after Trump won, Ellen DeGeneres, right here, this article from TMZ, Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi, her wife, were leaving this Trump dump, is what they say. They have no clue what they're getting into with the UK. Here we go. Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi have bid adieu to the United States, and Donald Trump's election win was the driving force. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Ellen and Portia, have settled in a new home in the Cotswolds, a region in southwest England about 2 hours from London. We're told the couple scooped up the place before the election, but were very disillusioned with Trump's victory. And as one source put it, they immediately decided to get the hell out.
Good for them.
Good for them.
Get out of here, Ellen. You haven't done anything good. She just shot, a Netflix special? You watched it. Was it any good?
Yeah, it was not good. But listen to this. Ellen was among the high-profile donors for Vice President Harris, cutting a $3,300 check for her. Also endorsed Harris on social media after the VP tapped to replace Joe Biden on the ticket back in July.
All right, I'm sorry. She cut a $3,300 check, and she's that's not even a donation.
Well, that's weird.
What the fuck is that?
I thought it was going to say $3 million. Okay, so
right, something
whatever.
At least crazy big.
They okay, here we go. Ellen and Portia clearly mean business. We're told the couple plans to list their house in Montecito, California, where they previously sold their mansion for a whopping $96 million.
And all she did was 3.3 or 3,300.
That kind of sucks. So it's very interesting too. Obviously, Ellen has a very big real estate portfolio.
Yeah.
But people are asking, why did Ellen leave? Because other celebrities have left too. Richard Gere is an actor. He's leaving and moving to Spain.
Yeah.
I know the Obamas are gone mysteriously. Why? We don't know. But this is an Australian news clip, and they have been talking about exactly why Ellen left. So this is really interesting. I want everybody to listen to this because nobody in our media is really talking about this. And if they are, they're dismissed as conspiracy theorists. So here we go. We'll just play it for you.
They're losing their minds.
She sounded so sincere, didn't she?
Very
she could
sincere.
Virtually choke on her words. But the best one for me is Ellen DeGeneres, who is, by the way, a very nasty person. I've had dealings with her in Australia. Could I tell you some stories about that cow? But anyway, good riddance to her. But
she said
that cow.
That she got him a cow.
was quite friendly with that P. Diddy.
With that P. Diddy. Was very
paused it right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's saying she's very friendly with that P. Diddy. And so let's continue on with this, okay? So talking about this. real quick. Let me go back.
She was.
Okay, so yeah, this lady says that Ellen was very friendly with P. Diddy. Let's see what else she has to say.
Diddy bloke, wasn't she?
Well, this is why I say release the Diddy files.
Yeah,
Release
so,
the Diddy files. Come on, Donald Trump, we want to know whose name.
So maybe she's hightailing out of there before all that's thrown at her as well. But what a bunch of hypocrites. I wonder if that...
Wow.
And there we go. That's the clip. So that's very interesting, and I have more for you. So you see these two Australian newscasters, right? They're talking about why did Ellen leave, right? And they're saying she was really friendly with Diddy. And it makes sense because in this next clip I'm about to show you, it's very odd. Now, everybody in Hollywood supposedly knew about this for a very long time. And Diddy was a regular guest on the Ellen show back when she was relevant.
Yep.
Remember that? Remember when she was the lesbian in Hollywood?
Yeah.
Remember when she was the lesbian in the world? You heard lesbian. She was like, came up as the definition.
Right.
And I have nothing against lesbians, but I really was a fan of Ellen. But look at this now. Now, everything that we know about Diddy and everything that we know about these freak-offs and how he loved to abuse whatever walk of life, honestly. Right. So look at this, man, and tell me, these are kids with cancer, these are kids with illnesses, right? And they're on her show. Look at this. Look at what she does.
What is the date today? I completely, and
Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday.
The 20th.
I was completely wrong, wasn't I?
You were.
I had the dates wrong. All this time. Diddy, come on out. He's...
What a threat now. Now that this has all come out.
Oh, hold on. Look at this real quick. Look at this. Look at this right here. He's holding this little girl. He's holding this little girl. Everything that we know now.
Right.
Look at this.
Right.
Plain sight it was. So we have another one, okay? So Ellen, once again, she moved out of the UK. Look at this. We will describe a little encounter that she had on another appearance with Diddy, right? So I'll read you the quote and we'll play it. It's a flashback from the Ellen show in like 2018. Ellen had an awkward conversation with Diddy about his parties. Interesting. Sean Combs, what time would you like me there? Ellen says, I'll tell you later. Then she goes, it's not too late, but not too late because, once you get there, the party really starts. You know what I'm saying? So look at this. We'll play the clip for you, and then we'll just go from there.
If this was hidden in plain sight.
Are you going to try to be early?
Yes, I'm trying to be early.
Are you going to be early for my party?
Yes, I am. No.
No.
I have to arrive fashionably late.
All right. Not too late, though.
Not too late?
Not too late, please.
What time would you like me there?
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But not too late. Because, once you get there, the party really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. I promise you I'm not going to let you down on this big one.
All right,
For
good.
real.
Good.
Your shoes, your feet are going to have blisters.
Blisters.
You're going to be dancing so hard.
I can't wait.
All the
Are you going to try to be
you're gonna
early?
take. Like,
Yeah.
Dude, how
All the-
fucking... It's disgusting how hidden
Isn't
in
it?
plain sight everything is, especially if Ellen was connected to it. You know what I mean? Like, if Ellen really was connected to it, then this tweet that we're about to talk about, then those clips that we just discussed, like, that is disgusting. That is...
Would you like to read it?
Yeah, I can.
This is a tweet from Ellen DeGeneres in 2016. She's wishing P. Diddy a happy birthday.
Right, on November 4th, 2016, which I'm assuming is Sean Diddy Combs' birthday, she writes, happy birthday, P. Diddy Puff Daddy, Sean Combs, or as I call him, Cuddle McSnuggle Stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting. You don't need to know why. At I am Diddy. And then underneath that, just to throw that out there, you got the famous tweet about Kamala Harris thanking Diddy.
Which, by the way, we
for
haven't
hosting the
heard
show.
from since the election. Did we
Yeah.
not predict? We predicted that they're literally going to drop her in the trash,
Right,
and you will never hear
They're
about
done.
her again.
They're done with her. They're done with her. And it's very funny that the only thing that I'm hearing about Kamala Harris is a lot of Democrats after, Biden did the whole allowing Ukraine to bomb Russia thing, on how people are saying that, Biden should step down and Kamala Harris should fill in for the last 2 months, which, by the way, what a slap in the face to the first female black president to be filling in because the fucking old man is senile.
I personally think the first female president's going to be a Republican. And her
I
name
think
is
so,
Tulsi
too.
Gabbard. Anyway, besides the point. But what do you think about this, okay? So Ellen left as soon as Trump won. And the point that people are making in regards to Diddy and her relationship with Diddy is how J.D. Vance and Trump have both confirmed, and Elon as well, too, have confirmed that they want to release all the Epstein files and all the Diddy files.
There's no reason that those files should not be fucking released. And the thing is honestly, if Elon and J.D. and Trump are all saying about the Epstein files, and we know Donald Trump is not on the Epstein list.
No,
you know,
no, because he's repeatedly said he will.
We'd have to know. We have to know who's been on the Epstein Island, and then we have to know what's going on with the Diddy thing. But the thing is you don't know how to play that, because some of those people, like, you can release a list and you don't know if those people were aggressors or if those people were, getting abused.
Yeah,
like if Justin Bieber's on that list, we're not going to think that he was trafficking.
Justin Bieber's just a sad situation. But,
it is.
I mean, you take a look at all that stuff, man. Even Ellen's clip that we just played, she said, "I'll tell you later," right? And then the tweet where she wishes Diddy a happy birthday. This is in plain sight. And then she said, "You don't need to know."
Right.
Why do I call you that? You don't need to know. Cuddle McSnuggles. You don't need to know.
He
said her feet will have blisters. Can you just get over that? Diddy told Ellen at his party her feet will have blisters. They were hiding it in plain sight. And I like Ellen. Yeah. I still do. And I liked her back then. I wasn't watching a show.
She's a piece of shit, though. I mean,
no, she is.
For an Australian news anchor to say that she's a piece of shit and call her a cow because they didn't have good run-ins with her.
But the thing about our news
Australia,
too, everybody talks about our media outside. If you look at like the clips and stuff from like Australia, say, maybe not the UK, they're a little bit more connected to us. But like Italy, stuff like that, Russia too, I've seen clips on Twitter. But all their media is saying that our media is propaganda, and they talk about our celebrities and they talk about the close ties with like Diddy and Epstein. It's very weird.
Bro, they have to. I mean, it's a huge topic because let's say you're living in Australia or you're living in these other countries, and America continues to claim that they're the best country to live in.
Yeah.
Yet you look and you're like, well, they're more like fucking Russia, where there's an
oligarchy,
right? Where people are controlling the media and what people can say. You know what I mean? Like,
the only thing is, though, what I will say, we're still the greatest country in the world because we have the greatest opportunity of success.
Oh, 100%. I still do believe that we are the greatest country in the world. However, we are hitting a lot of speed bumps along the way of getting back to what America used to be.
Oh, no, of course. And I mean, after COVID, that was expected.
Yeah.
But it still holds true in terms of when you look at like the poverty rate in this country, right? Because I did a report on this, ironically, when I was a senior in high school. The poverty rate in this country, it's a little bit misleading when you look at just the sheer numbers of income, right? That people that are in poverty earn in this country.
Yeah.
Because you also have to take into account all of the benefits that they receive. Like you're able to receive unemployment for a certain amount of time. Food stamps too, which is big.
Yeah.
That access to food, that access to shelter, stuff like that. The government benefits, the government programs that you're able to receive when you fall on hard times, the social safety net.
Right.
When you take that into comparison to like people around the world, the poor people in this country are still way better off than like 90%, 99% of all these other people in all these other countries.
Right.
Just because of like our infrastructure and what we're able to provide for people.
Yeah, you're 100%
I think that's
correct.
huge. I think that's huge. And so people often take that for granted, I think. Just the access to, we don't have anybody, and maybe there's outliers for sure, but we don't have anybody in this country, not a large epidemic of people that are starving to death. We don't have that.
Not like in other countries.
Not
anything compared to other countries.
And sure, you might have food deserts, which are sad, whatever, but people still have processed food over there. But even though it's not good, nobody's starving to death.
No, and how many people here just only eat processed food anyway?
Yeah,
so
and that's another thing.
Like
that's another thing.
Oh, that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. But anyway, we were talking about Elon to transition. So that I don't know about that whole Ellen thing. If she's guilty, there's plenty of evidence that's very fishy.
Yeah.
There's this thing called frazzle drip, and then we don't have to get into that, but
I mean, just riddle me this, Luke.
Oh boy,
okay,
here we go.
You sell your home for what, $93 million?
Yeah, it was $93 million.
You sell your home for $93 million,
or
so you're at least living.
Mil
You're living in a state worth $90 million. Let's call it. And you still feel the need that you're going to have some sort of social injustice. You're a fucking millionaire living in California, and you think that Donald Trump being president is going to do anything to you.
He's going to come for
It's
her.
not going to do anything, except unless she's guilty for something, of course. Like, that's literally the only reason that I can think that you would leave. Why else would you leave?
Bro.
Why else would you leave?
I look at all the celebrities with the multiple trans kids, and I think you definitely use them to get into whatever group this is.
Yeah.
Right? You look at the Dwayne Wades, you look at the Megan Foxes, you look at the Charlize Theron, Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie. Like, people have theorized that the whole trans Hollywood there's some families, multiple. We've talked about Megan Fox before, Machine Gun Kelly, but
I don't think Machine Gun Kelly had, like, I don't think those aren't his kids.
But in terms of, like, them drinking each other's blood and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the really weird Hollywood shit. It's only a matter of time before there's a Kardashian that's... Well, actually, that's not true. Caitlyn Jenner was the one, so you can't say that.
True.
But I feel like that's an entirely different thing because she's not a child. Anyway.
And she's a Trumper.
Yeah, I'm veering off here.
Yeah.
It's just like, I feel like the Hollywood trans... Magic Johnson, EJ Johnson, I feel like all that is a cult, because that area is just pushing the trans agenda to a T.
It is, when you live in that liberal California far left, those cities that everything is pushed down your throat, and that goes the same on that entire coastline. I mean,
but like when you get to like Alex Jones, right? And we're not going to go too much into Alex Jones, but when you talk about Bohemian Grove,
yeah,
and that's real, and he exposed that, and it's real, and Nixon was on tape calling it the we'll just say the gayest, I don't want to lose a slur, I don't want to get banned here, but the gayest thing he's ever seen, and he had to wash his hands after he left. Reagan was there too. Politicians, presidents were there.
Yeah.
This is real. And then we talk about Epstein too. A sitting president, a 2-term sitting president, Bill Clinton, was on the Lolita Express 26 times. He flew to Epstein's Island 26 times.
What were you doing, Bill?
Well, he was fucking. That's
Yeah,
for
he was
sure.
fucking.
He was fucking.
Yeah.
But when you talk about all these other rumored celebrities, Tom Hanks, George Clooney, that are supposed to have been over there, and then they're obviously big players in Hollywood as well. They're actors, so they had to have been to the Diddy parties too. I think Diddy and Epstein are connected. They have to be.
You think so?
They have to be. They
two of
have
the
to be.
biggest child sex traffickers in the United States.
Bro, they have to be.
They have to be.
They have to be. When you talk about everybody that was involved,
isn't Diddy like the king of New York or something, or is that just? Am I just pulling
he's
that
one
out
of the major players in New York for
Right,
sure, but
so,
he
I mean,
also had a
that's-
big fixture in Hollywood as well.
Right, but I'm pretty sure. I'm sure Diddy had a home in both New York and in California. But I mean, I'm sure that with Epstein and Diddy both in New York, I mean, I'm sure those Diddy parties were fucking even crazier.
They had to have crossed paths. And by the way, Ghislaine Maxwell, who knew about everything, who was Epstein's partner, might have been his lover,
right-hand woman.
I don't know what they were. She's got some drugs. She's got some big. Anyway, but she's still alive. Which is weird. She's still alive in prison.
Somehow.
She has to know everybody, and she's just either keeping her mouth shut or the FBI, CIA are protecting her.
I'm waiting for the biggest Netflix documentary of all time.
What pissed me off about that Jeffrey Epstein? What pissed me off about that Epstein documentary was that they made Epstein to be the guy that was behind everything. Like, he didn't have everybody in Hollywood, everybody in pop culture, all these celebrities helping him out, all these big billionaires helping him out.
Well, because nothing was confirmed, and they hardly released the list. They didn't release the list. I don't even know. I don't even know exactly every single name that was on there. Nobody does. So I just mean, like, Ghislaine from prison is going to then sit there and do a Netflix tell-all. And, like, I hope that happens. I hope we find out. Like, at the end of the day, I hope we fucking find out, Luke, because the fact that Epstein... Like, how long has this Epstein case been going on? How long has it been?
29.
hushed?
Well, hold on. Here's the thing. He was killed. He was suicided 2019, but he was arrested in 2005 or 2006, put on house arrest for crimes that were very, very similar. And it's very weird. And so, speaking of weird, before we get to our next topic, we're talking about Epstein, right? And I just want to play this for you. So Epstein has this weird island, right? This weird island home, kind of looks like the Israeli flag on the... That's another thing.
Yeah.
But we can't even get into talking about that. But he had because here's the thing. Who knows, right? Is Israel behind it? I don't know. I don't want to get taken down for anti-Semitic speech because Ben Shapiro will be mad at me. But here's what we do have. Here's what is confirmed. Jeffrey Epstein had these two really weird paintings of two former presidents who are subject to a lot of ridicule and a lot of hate. Bill Clinton and George Bush II. Is it just George W. Bush, or which one's the father?
H.W.
Okay, so George W. Bush. Yeah, so George W. Bush right here and Bill Clinton. And he painted these weird paintings in his home. And we're going to show you. So right here, the first one, if it loads, is George H. Bush. Or
George W.
George W. Bush, yeah. And so it's very telling, and it doesn't seem to be loading here. But I'll just describe it to you, and then we'll get back. So right here, okay, here it is. So it's George.
So you should be able to click on it, though. It's not loading?
There we go.
Yeah.
It'll load in a second. All right, so what's coming up, what we're going to show you, it's going to be right here on your screen, is George W. Bush. And what is he doing? He's sitting in the Oval Office, what appears to be the Oval Office.
Crisscross applesauce.
Right, and it's in front of a desk. And what's he doing? He has a paper airplane.
And he's sitting by two collapsed Jenga towers.
Right, and
so
then there's another paper airplane on the ground to symbolize the two planes that went into the Twin Towers. And this is in his house. He painted this. Don't you think this is a little weird? People say Bush did 9/11. I don't subscribe to that personally, but nevertheless, Epstein was a big power player. Epstein was a billionaire. He had connections with all these people. You're telling me, why is he painting this? Okay, so that's a little weird. That's a little creepy.
The next one's even creepier.
This is Bill Clinton. This is Bill Clinton, folks. Bill Clinton went to Epstein's Island 26 times. This is Bill Clinton. This is a painting. Jeffrey Epstein, who was good friends with Bill Clinton, painted this painting of Bill Clinton in a dress. Bill Clinton was in a dress. And he look at that. Is that not
a dress and high heels?
And he's pointing at you.
He's pointing at you, big boy.
I got you.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Dude,
that's a little weird.
It's very weird.
That's a little weird.
It's very weird. Could you imagine having that? Could you imagine having those made? Because obviously those are one of ones.
That's a little weird.
Those are obviously one of one paintings.
That's a little weird.
I just wonder, A, who painted those? And I wonder, B, why did Epstein have both of those in his home? Why did he have them?
Because I definitely think he had some shit on at least Bill. In terms of Bush, I mean, I don't know if it's ever been documented.
I don't know that it's ever been confirmed, but I just think that there's
he definitely knew about like shit that Bush did.
Yeah, this is very. I don't know. Like, what's the word I'm looking for? Symbolic. Very symbolic of that painting with Bush sitting there with the two paper airplanes, the Jenga towers.
Very telling.
Creepy.
Very creepy.
Creepy shit.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I hope we get to the bottom of this to conclude this segment of our show, bro. When you really think about all this, when you really like listen to all the stories that people tell, there's a bunch of people allegedly who have grown up now, but were like sex slaves in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. They talk about kids that don't have birth certificates. Mm-hmm. They talk about kids. I mean, all this shit. 300,000. Children that were crossing over the border are missing all of a sudden. That's weird. And
it's got to be more now.
Yeah. And the thought, and when you talk about adrenochrome too, you're talking about all these celebrities using these kids, trafficking these kids, allegedly, of course, in Hollywood, all these powerful people, billionaires. Whether or not they take the blood to make them younger, that's a separate thing. Who knows? But it's just really, really creepy. And so, I mean, we both hope here that they get brought to justice if these people did commit these crimes, because it's just crazy. Because to stay on this topic like a couple minutes later than I originally thought, they put up this facade. We grow up, and we think, oh, these people, we're supposed to aspire to be these people.
Right.
We watch these people.
Right.
We make our lives and we emulate our lives in essence because of some of these people. We want to be like these people on the screen, the big screen. And then to realize that all this shit is fake. It's all fake. And all these people, none of these people are good people.
Because that's what we grew up on, and I wonder what happened. I wonder when did it start, though? I wonder if that's how Hollywood started, or I mean, it goes all the way back to shit that they pulled with fucking Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah,
and even before her, there's documented information out there that, I mean, even as far back, I forget the lady.
You got to go back to the 20s.
Well, yeah, I mean, I forget the lady who plays Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, but I remember there's a whole bunch of shit that went out about her.
A lot of abuse,
right? And then like you just look at how Hollywood changes people and it fucks them
Bro,
up, bro.
You had to suck dick.
Them up.
You had to suck dick to get apart.
Right.
You talk about You talk about Harvey Weinstein.
How far back does that go though? Because Harvey only goes so far back.
Harvey
you're
goes
telling
back.
me you're telling me that before women had rights, they weren't blowing dudes to get on the big screen.
Bro,
it happened.
fucking Bill Cosby.
I mean, even before them. Like we're talking about. This is all 70s. I mean, 60s, 70s.
I'm telling
go back even further.
It goes back to the 20s.
It has
Have you seen
to.
the movie Babylon with Brad Pitt and Margot Robbie that came out like 2 years ago, a year ago? I haven't seen it either, but it's basically like to describe like the debauchery that went on in Hollywood. It's like when it was starting with like silent films and shit like that. The debauchery that went on in Hollywood, like all these orgies and shit, all just like, I wouldn't say demonic shit, but like really odd stuff that like normal people wouldn't do. And it's because all these people are insecure. And they want this attention from people. They want to get in front of a screen. They want to be seen by millions of people. And they're willing to sell their souls. Legit. And that's it, dude. I think Hollywood, it's such a weird town. You hear people talking about it. It's a beautiful place. Not necessarily Hollywood, but like California in general. It's such a beautiful state. It's a shame that it's being governed like it is.
Agreed.
But it's just so creepy. It is like when you think about all of this shit, when you think about the facade that they've been putting in front of our eyes and like they've been lying to us, all these people, and you see it, everybody just continues to deny. They act like after Harvey Weinstein, Hollywood is just like pure.
Right. Not
It's
even
pure.
close.
Because they want to keep all their jobs. They don't want to upset anybody and they want all that attention.
But that's
it's really evil
like,
shit.
Like before Me Too, or after Me Too, I should say, because Me Too is probably pretty much over. After Harvey, after Bill Cosby, after everybody that came out, this stuff isn't done.
No,
this stuff isn't done.
They want to pretend like it's done. It's always been going on. You just have like a scapegoat every
right.
now
And now
then.
it's like who's filling in for Dan Schneider now? You know what I mean?
That's another. And all the children, all the child actors, like we said, the lady that was in Wizard of Oz, like they just abuse and abuse and abuse. And you think that after, but that was back in the 40s. That was back in the 50s when Wizard of Oz came out. You think it would be different now. No, bro, it's fucking the same.
It's worse.
A decade and a half ago, at least, we have proof that all the shit on Nickelodeon happened. A decade ago. It's just so chilling.
Dude, it's disgusting.
And these people have the nerve to tell you how to vote.
Yeah,
Remember
seriously.
that. These pieces of shit have the nerve to tell you how to vote. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Like, were you the one telling me that Trump wanted to start like a Hollywood in Vegas?
Yeah, I heard that.
Vegas or
I heard that.
something like that.
Mark
like,
Wahlberg. There's a lot of celebrities and these actors that are good. Mark Wahlberg's trying something like that in Vegas.
Okay.
And then they're doing it in Atlanta too. They're filming a lot in Georgia.
We need to do stuff like that, where bring it back from that crazy woke and psycho and disgusting California, because that's what it is. I mean, when you think of Hollywood, you obviously think of the state of California, and then when you look at the state of California, holy fuck,
Holy
bro.
fuck. Although
like,
it did get more red
fuck.
over the past 4 years.
I mean,
will
it
say
did,
that.
but I'm saying, like, you look at the key players inside of California, not just because those people are probably the civilians that are tired of, the disgusting homeless people, or let's call them the illegal immigrants coming across the border, or whatever the case California is being, or I mean, it could even be gender ideology, the regular people that are just disgusted with everything that the left is shoving down their throat.
The schools.
Right. Whereas if you just were to take California or take Hollywood and centralize it, put something in like Nashville, put something in Florida, put something in like I don't even know. I mean, and then you get really out there because all the other red states are just kind of
course,
farmland. And,
of course.
But it's nuts.
I know.
It's
and
nuts.
we're seeing that right now, especially with the rise of independent media. And speaking of independent media and traditional media, we have something that's going on right now, and it's been a story over the past couple of days. MSNBC is for sale.
Gone.
It is for sale. MSNBC, the mouthpiece of the Democratic Party, which was actually, we exposed that, we broke that story, but nobody gave a fuck. MSNBC, which has been the mouthpiece of the Democratic Party for the better part of a decade, is for sale. And none other than Bill O'Reilly broke this story
to
Chris Cuomo and Stephen A. Smith. Please watch this clip. We probably are going to play the whole thing. We might pause halfway through, whatever, but this is crazy. So please watch this video. We're going to talk about it after. The implications are massive. Here we go.
Comcast said, you two, we're going to have to try to mend some cliche fences, and you two are going to go in there and you're going to try to tamp it down. because Comcast knew the next day they were going to announce that MSNBC is vapor.
Which thank
That
God
is a huge media story.
Why is it vapor? Just because they're spinning it off and putting them in the... Well, they're spinning off a bunch of brands.
There's no spin-off.
There is. It's a spin-off company.
There's no spin-off.
Like, you would...
See, you buy the propaganda, Cuomo.
Oh, okay.
See what I mean?
Would you think that using MSNBC to continue to berate Donald Trump, call him Hitler, talk shit on all Republicans, split the country more, then force you to try to change your ideology and say, oh, no, Kamala Harris wasn't a DEI hire of a vice president. She's done a good 3.5 years. Vote for her. Imagine all of that stuff doesn't work because instead of telling the fucking news, all you're doing is pushing one side. Yeah. And now they're up for sale. That right then and there shows you where the American people are at. And with all this, I mean, I don't have the exact numbers and statistics, but I know that there was something in like 1 in 3 people in the U.S. or something like that don't get their media from any sort of news outlet like this on television. They get it 30-second snippets that I think MSNBC was actually talking about. Or
they said that was a threat.
Or you get it on X, which those whores on The View are fucking, all talking about. It's like...
We'll talk about the whores.
Like, I don't understand how anybody didn't see this coming. We did.
And I feel like everybody that pays attention definitely did. But the people that watch MSNBC are in their own little echo chamber. Mm-hmm. They think that traditional media is still the dominant media. Yeah. And it's not. They're not aware of how powerful the internet is. They look at people like the Nelk Boys, right? Jimmy Kimmel looks at people like the Nelk Boys, and he talked about them on his talk show, and he said something to the degree of like they're amateurs. And it's like, you get more views than them. The Nelk Boys literally get more views than Jimmy Kimmel. When I say them, it's like all the talk show hosts in Hollywood.
Who watches late night talk
These people,
shows like that?
Boomers.
It has to. That's it.
I watch Gutfeld sometimes, but like,
but Gutfeld's good.
That's basically it. But it's just anyway. So we're gonna continue to play.
I'd like to take my statement back about calling those women on The View whores, because obviously every single one of them is going on a sex strike because Donald Trump is now their president. So I apologize. You ladies are just stupid.
That's right. Here's Bill O'Reilly.
I'm just saying what's being reported.
All right.
But what do you know?
Yeah, I know, but why would you believe what's being reported? You want the real story? Here it comes.
Give it to us, Bill.
So they're uncoupling their word, Comcast, MSNBC from NBC News. That means MSNBC has no resources at all. None. They're not going to be able to pay these people millions of dollars, Rachel Maddow, whatever she's making. NBC News is saying, we don't want you around. Why? Because NBC News' numbers, Lester Holt and the Today Show, are catastrophe because half the country equates NBC News with MSNBC and they won't watch. So NBC is desperately trying to save the mothership of information, and they have to throw MSNBC overboard. They're not putting anything into MSNBC. They want to sell it. So where's Georgie's?
Dude,
I know.
I don't understand.
I know.
I don't understand why anybody is surprised that this is happening. Why are you surprised?
But listen to what he says after here.
Soros now. Georgie's buying radio stations. You can get MSNBC for nothing. They'll give it to you. They don't want any more of this. Why? Because it's hateful. Not because it's so far left.
It's true.
That's true, though. He's talking about it's hateful. And I don't know if we're going to get the rest of the clip, which is fine. But that's what he's saying. So he's calling MSNBC vapor because he said, like, literally, it's done. Nobody wants it. He says it's hateful. Nobody wants that.
The only way that those numbers do come up is if Mr. Elon Musk and Donald Trump Jr. purchase MSNBC.
And so we'll talk about that now. Folks, that's the video, though. That's basically what Bill O'Reilly was saying. But look at this, man. Here we go on Twitter. Wall Street Mav. Comcast is putting MSNBC up for sale. CNN just announced massive layoffs coming. Maybe the new owners will figure out that lying nonstop to your audience is a lousy business model. They are correct. Donald Trump Jr., Don Jr. saw this, quoted it, He goes, hey, Elon Musk, I have the funniest idea ever. Don Jr., which, by the way, I think people caught him doing coke over the weekend.
It was a sin, possibly. It was
neither here nor
sin.
there. He reached in his pocket right next to the... Anyway.
No, he put it up in his gums. He did put it up in his gums, so it could have been an upper decky.
Sorry. Neither here nor there. Elon Musk, he responds to Don Jr. He goes, how much does it cost? Don Jr. goes, I mean, it can't be much. Look at the ratings.
The only way that MSNBC turns around is if it becomes a right wing, or at least a more centered.
Yeah.
But I don't know, because, I mean, obviously, if you have Elon and them buying it. But go ahead.
Joe Rogan replies to Elon Musk. He goes, if you buy MSNBC, I would like Rachel Maddow's job. I will wear the same outfit and glasses and tell the same lies. Don Jr. goes, this is getting really interesting. It has to happen. Elon said, maybe I should show up there with a sink.
Oh, my God. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that actually happening?
Yeah, I can actually. But here's the thing. Is it a profitable move? I mean, no, it's not a profitable move, but long term, is it a good move? I don't think so. I think just let MSNBC die. That type of media is dead. It's dying.
Yeah, it is.
It dies with the baby boomers. I think Gen X a little bit, but it dies with the baby boomers. You can't sustain it with just a little bit of Gen X.
No, I agree with you.
You can't do it.
I agree
with you. You can't do it. So I want to talk about something that's kind of crazy with you guys. Conor McGregor got into a lot of trouble recently, and we have to talk about it.
Yeah, he did.
It's very important we talk about it. So here we go.
Not only did he get called out, actually, I don't even know if you know this. So
I don't.
2 weekends ago, Michael Chandler and Charles Oliveira fought. Michael Chandler lost, but I think I told you about this already, that Michael Chandler and Conor McGregor were supposed to fight.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Michael Chandler, after losing, called out Conor McGregor again. And now, after what's going on here, I don't know that we'll ever see Conor McGregor back in the UFC.
Yeah, dude, I really don't know. It's all shady. You saw the picture of him coming out of the court hearing with his wife, and his wife looked pissed, and he was just... You could tell that he knew that he was doing something wrong, and he's been tweeting a lot, defending himself on Twitter. But, folks, Conor McGregor is in big trouble. Here we go. So, from ESPN, an article, Irish civil jury finds McGregor liable for sexual assault. Not good.
Not good.
A jury ruled in favor of a woman who accused UFC superstar Conor McGregor of sexually assaulting her in a hotel room in December 2018. The High Court in Dublin ordered McGregor to pay the complainant €248,000 or around $257,000. Not good. Look at him. He does not look happy.
But also for how much money he's worth and everything that he owns.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot of money.
She should have went after more, and I never side with the victim. That sounded really bad. I'm sorry. Here we go. So the jury deliberated on the case since Thursday. McGregor, who denied the accusations and said he had consensual sex with the accuser, is not currently facing any criminal charges from the incident. Once again, not great. I think he was still married at that time. Maybe he wasn't.
No, I think McGregor just actively cheats on his wife.
That's a shame.
Like I think it's an issue actually, because he's always out partying and there's videos of him that is always dancing, rubbing with girls. Like, it's not.
This is not good.
It doesn't look good for him.
According to the Irish national broadcaster RTE, the woman who told the High Court she met McGregor at a Christmas party in Dublin. She accused the former two-weight UFC champion of forcing her onto a bed, choking her, and making her fear for her life. Not good.
It's not great, Conor.
Not great. A paramedic who treated the woman's injuries next morning told the courtroom he had never seen such intense bruising on a victim, according to BBC News. Really? That's not good. I don't think you're going to be back in the UFC, Conor.
Probably not.
No, continuing on the woman, although Dana White likes to hit his wife too, so we'll see. The woman's lawyer, John Gordon, said she never pretended to be a saint and had gone out looking for a good time that ended up turning into a nightmare. Gordon said McGregor was angry about a fight he had lost in Vegas 2 months earlier and took it out on his client. Not good.
He's 2 months, bro.
He's not a man. He's a coward, Gordon told jurors. A devious coward, and you should treat him for what he is. The woman had to take several breaks in her emotional testimony as she said McGregor threatened to kill her during the encounter. McGregor put her in a chokehold several times and later told her, "Now you know how I felt in the octagon where I tapped out 3 times," referring to an Ultimate Fighting Championship when he had to admit defeat, she said. Holy hell. She said she feared she would die and never see her daughter again. Oh my gosh, he let me go, and I remember saying I was sorry as I felt I did something wrong and wanted to reassure him that I wouldn't tell anyone so he wouldn't hurt me again. She said she then let him do what he wanted and sexually assaulted her. Police investigated the woman's complaint, but prosecutors declined to bring charges, saying there was sufficient evidence and a conviction was unlikely. McGregor said the two had sex that was athletic and vigorous, but not rough. He said she never said no or stopped, and testified that everything she said was a lie. Wow.
What do you say? It's a full-blown lie?
Full-blown lie among many lies, he said when asked about the chokehold allegation. How anyone could believe that me, as a prideful person, would highlight my shortcomings.
You would highlight it, Connor? You would tell him that you were choking out this lady? Come on now.
That's disgusting, dude. That is disgusting. Conor McGregor, obviously a big draw in the UFC, probably is not going to be fighting again after that, if true. This is all allegedly obvious. Oh, wow. Let there be light. Jinx. Nice. First off, cool.
Too bad it's just going to give us seizures.
But, dude, it's just so... It's infuriating.
It is.
It is infuriating because Conor McGregor is somebody that obviously a big celebrity, but he has a good heart, or I thought he had a good heart. Obviously the biggest shit talker in the UFC history or recent memory, whatever. But this is just so chilling and disappointing. And it's like, if you're gonna do that to a girl, if you're gonna beat up on a girl, you're not a real man. I'm sorry, you're not a real man if you beat up on a girl.
Right. I mean, here's my issue with it.
Pisses me off.
Is Conor McGregor's obviously a multi-millionaire, successful, professional fighter, realistically could get whatever woman he wants, and is married. So if we take out our values of cheating on your significant other,
shouldn't do that.
No. Then you're a professional fighter, and if there's any sort of evidence to the bruising or to anything like that, I don't know, but I would maybe think that the payment would be a little bit higher if they took pictures of the bruising or whatever the case may be.
But then again, that's kind of invading her privacy.
Not if she wanted to bring up a lawsuit.
That's true.
Because it seemed like she wanted to, and prosecutors said that there was insufficient evidence.
That's true.
So I would probably say that there were no pictures being taken.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, obviously, Conor McGregor can whoop the fuck out of both of us at the same time.
Oh, of course.
But
not if he's behind bars.
Exactly.
Put him behind.
But he's
bars.
$257,000 poorer now, which won't
it's
even put a
not a lot
dent.
at all. She should have gone after way more.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm disgusted with how these big celebrity men, certain ones are good, but you see a lot of it out of the UFC as well.
Yeah.
It is I don't want to say the allegations, but some of them are true. Now we have Conor McGregor. Before that, I think it was actually Greg Hardy, but when he was in the NFL. But then he went to the UFC.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, you do see it a lot with pro athletes.
People in the NFL.
People that
Ray
are
Rice.
People that are in the 0.1 percentile of athletic ability, and they just find a reason to beat women.
Ray Rice.
Yeah. Ray Rice.
And ironically now, I think he's like a motivational speaker against domestic violence.
Yeah, of course he is.
Which is kind of comical nevertheless, but I mean, good for him. He kind of got his life on track.
But imagine sitting there advocating for not beating your wife.
And they suspended him for 4 games.
Right.
4 games.
Right.
Remember that?
Yes.
4 games.
I remember it. I mean, who else? Gosh. I think we could probably name.
Let's go down the list of famous athletes, men that have beat their wives or
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. Adrian Peterson when he beat his kid.
Ooh, that was a good one.
That was not good, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, you pulled that one out of the woodwork.
Who else do we have here?
I'm trying to think.
Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson's not a great one.
He wasn't exactly aggressive, but he certainly just let it all hang out there.
Right.
And he sexually assaulted, I think, 26 women, 27 women.
Too many.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Who else do we have?
Kobe.
We have
Kobe.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt does have a
Kareem
allegation.
Hunt. We could pretend that Kobe that didn't exist. He was found innocent.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem
Hunt's a big one. Who else do we have here?
I already said Greg Hardy. Obviously now Conor McGregor. Dana White did get caught smacking his wife around.
Which is here that it's kind of. It's interesting too when you have all these people in the UFC and like your leader is doing that to his wife. And funny how nobody talked about it either for some reason.
Well, it was like because the thing is it wasn't like a Ray Rice. I mean, we all saw the video. Did he punch her? I don't even remember the video actually.
I don't remember the video. I'm not gonna pull it up.
I thought it was like a smack at a club or something like that. Not that I'm sitting here, saying, "Oh, that's okay." You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just odd.
I wish somebody would smack Sonny Hostin.
Yeah, I know. But it's just, how do you get to this point where you have everything and yet you have to hit women? I just don't get it.
I don't get it either.
And once again, I'm not gonna.
And is it a power trip because you have everything and yet you have this woman who's just maybe, I don't even want to say nagging, but like,
it very well could be.
You know, like, is that what it is?
It very well could be. I don't understand what makes you snap like that. Who else, dude? Let's think about this. We already named all those other guys. You want to talk about NBA? I feel like there's not a lot of NBA. Oh, there's the one guy. I couldn't even name him, but I believe he played for the Hornets. Miles Bridges. That's one of the guys.
Yeah, I want to pull it up before we start telling people that.
Yeah, let's not tell any lies.
Right.
But like, this is so crazy. So many pro athletes have been caught, or there's been made allegations of them hitting women, of them sexually assaulting women, and these people are paid millions and millions of dollars, right? We talk about Conor McGregor, and this is something that I didn't want to harp on for this long, but nevertheless, it's an issue, and so I feel like we should talk about it.
Yeah.
But so many allegations, so many circumstances where athletes have mistreated women, mistreated people in general, been violent with women. We talked about Ray Rice. It's just, you would think that, like,
Ray Lewis.
Yeah, right. He did kill somebody. If we're being honest.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Still waiting on this to load. You want to talk about somebody who? Oh, Magic Johnson.
Yeah, Magic. yeah. Magic. It's just.
But I mean, you can.
How do you get to that point where you have all that money and you think, you know what? Let's just.
And it's not even pro athletes. It's not even pro athletes. How many fucking actors, actresses, anybody in the fucking eye of the media?
It's because they think they're so much more powerful than you,
which would make sense.
But they're detached too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, bro, imagine if you are Johnny Depp.
Right.
Imagine if you're Johnny Depp and you've literally had all the sex that you can have,
right?
And now you can't come,
right?
What are you gonna do? You're gonna get in a fight with your wife.
Absolutely. So you were right, Miles Bridges.
Yeah, and you're gonna let her shit on you.
Floyd Mayweather.
Oh.
Randy Moss.
Oh.
Chad Ochocinco.
Oh.
Dennis Rodman.
I kind of understand.
Oh no. Jim Brown.
That's true. He was convicted. Not convicted, but
Manny Ramirez. Oh, we forgot the biggest one. You fuck.
Who?
OJ.
Oh!
The juice. The juice is loose and he's dead now.
Yeah, R.I.P. to his wife. But you see what I mean? Like, this is so great. The amount of famous people, right, that have butchered their wives or hit their girlfriends or been physical with women. It's just, we don't hold these people accountable, really.
It's not. And I mean, even if they're not in Hollywood, we can go back to the pro athlete side of it, where you're in the top 1 percentile with how athletic and strong and capable you are, and yet you have what? Do you have all this testosterone or aggression that you just need to take it out on who you're living with, your wife?
I don't fucking get it.
I don't
fucking get it. It's really sad.
Jose
anyway,
Canseco?
Yeah, there's that too. Gosh, it's very frustrating. And
Des Bryant.
That's right. We just hope that, like, with Conor McGregor, it's just very frustrating because, like, we're obviously big fans of Conor McGregor, and we talked about on last episode how, like, he's now more so a internet personality than a fighter. He's very entertaining, but this isn't surprising at all. Anyway, so we're going back. We have another subject we got to get back to.
One more.
Oh, go ahead.
Aaron Hernandez.
Oh, Aaron Hernandez, R.I.P.
Did you see the FX show? They made him gay in that.
Yeah, I heard about that. Isn't that crazy? What do you
Yeah,
think
they
about
made him
that?
kissing dudes.
What do you think about that?
I don't know that Aaron Hernandez was gay, but I'm sure he had CTE, so there was it's a possibility.
He was confused.
Yeah.
He was confused.
He didn't know where he was at. I thought your dick was a pussy. Sorry, bro.
Yeah. You know how, people say in college, and I've never done this, but you hear people say in college, I was hammered. I was in and out.
I was doing cocaine.
Maybe a dick was in there. Yeah. A man might have been.
I don't remember.
I don't know. But these people are crazy, man. So Aaron Hernandez, I didn't watch it, but I heard about it.
Anyway, speaking of people who can't get dicks out of their mouth.
Yeah, wow. All right, we're going to get back to it. So Sonny Hostin, everybody. Everybody on The View was subject to a legal note. In particular, Sonny Hostin had to read a legal note on the on 3 separate occasions, actually. 3 consecutive days this past week. We're going to play it for you. So this one is regarding Matt Gaetz and the nominating of him for Attorney General. Obviously, he stepped down. We're not defending Matt Gaetz. But this is going to show you real quick just how credible The View really is. So take a listen. Now you're going to take a listen. Hold on. Damn.
Now you're gonna take it.
All right, so this
third time's a charm.
So real quick to recap. So this is Sunny Hostin on The View, and she's read multiple legal notes this past week because they're spreading all this untruth about all these people, and so now their lawyers are in their earpiece and they're holding them accountable. So this is Sunny Hostin on her reading her first legal note last week.
On screen. Sonny, you have a legal note.
I do have a legal note. Thank you, Whoopi. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations, calling the claims, quote, invented, and saying in a statement to ABC News that this false smear following a 3-year criminal investigation should be viewed with great skepticism, that DOJ investigation was closed with no charges being brought.
We'll be right back.
That's the first one. So you could already tell Sunny Hostin was really annoyed reading that because she obviously doesn't like Matt Gaetz. So
this is the best one.
So this is the next day. So there's a second legal note. Listen to this one.
Oh, sorry. Legal note. I have a legal note. Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations and has not been charged with any crime. Yeah. Gaetz previously dismissed allegations that he paid for sex, saying that, quote, someone is trying to recategorize my generosity to ex-girlfriends as something more untoward. Another legal note, Pete Hegseth's lawyer said he paid the woman in 2023 to head off the threat of a baseless lawsuit. He has denied any wrongdoing.
Just call the show Legal Note from now on. Or really long music. We'll be right back.
Number one, fuck The View, but I know there's another one, but oh my God, the fact that made me laugh so hard that Matt Gaetz, listen, we think Matt Gaetz is kind of a piece of shit.
I mean, you look at him, he looks like a little
doesn't look great. It doesn't look great on him, but the fact that he said people are trying to misconstrue my generosity to ex-girlfriends.
And the audience laughed. The audience thought it was hilarious.
That's the funniest thing The View said all day, and it was pre-fucking typed out on a teleprompter.
Aren't they supposed to be like a comedy show a little bit too?
I think so. Whoopi Goldberg used to be a comedian before she became a fat
Joy
dummy.
Behar used to be a comedian too.
Yeah.
I don't know why she's there now. But okay, so this is day 3. So this is the third day in a row now, last week.
Hang on, time out. Is Joy Behar the only white one on The View? Is she a DEI hire?
No, because the 2 other ladies are white too. There's the one Hispanic lady, but then there's the lady that used to work in the Trump administration.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and then there's the blonde chick.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
They gotta have the token white women on because that's who's watching the show. Anyway, so this is the third consecutive legal note, the third day in a row where Sunny Hostin had to read a legal note during the broadcast of The View. It's funny.
And now this is all brought on because all they're doing is berating.
You want to take this one, Joy? Or you?
Matt Gaetz has long denied all allegations and has not been charged with any crime.
That's true.
Also, another legal note, Pete Hegseth's lawyer said he paid the woman in 2023 to head off the threat of a baseless lawsuit.
Oh.
He has denied any wrongdoing.
That's interesting. Pay off the witness.
It's a legal note. Shut your fucking mouth, Joy Behar.
Okay, so did you count? Because I did. That's 5 legal notes that they were forced to read in 3 consecutive days, all right? So we can talk about that. We could talk about the ramifications or if The View's credibility
right. And I mean, the reason that this is all happening is because they have done nothing but talk shit on these two. That nothing is set in stone. You know, nothing has been... Holy shit! Sorry, we're just watching.
No, and we'll
look
play,
at how fat all these women are.
And we'll play that. We'll play that in a second.
Yeah,
but just to go back on it, dude, the credibility of The View in general, but all these people, right? They talk about spreading misinformation. They talk about spreading disinformation, malinformation. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. Listen, all the people online, right? People watching things online, we can go and nobody's pandering to us. People will say, listen, maybe we're not right about this. Go check for yourself. But you can't because the issue was because Google was in the Democrats' pocket. So if you look anything up, the number one search engine, why do you think X got so popular throughout this entire election? Is because if you look on Google, if you were to look up on Google, hey, here's what's going on, or what is going on with Matt Gaetz, what is going on with Donald Trump, What's going on
what are they
with the
gonna
COVID outbreak?
Yeah, what are they
the
going to
lab
tell
leak
you?
theory. If you put the lab leak theory on Facebook, you were considered racist, first off, and then you would be banned. You would be banned. Then they proved it, and that was what happened. The lab leak theory became fact.
Yep. I mean, it's disgusting that It's disgusting that we have a hard time as U.S. citizens getting proper information.
Well, you know why? Because these people are struggling with power, and they had all the power for so long, and now that they're finally losing their grip on power, they're going bananas.
Right. I would just like to preface this before we watch this next clip. The women on The View, Sunny Hostin especially, she lost. God.
No, she didn't.
Did she?
You know what it is?
Well, she's on Ozempic.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
They all did.
She's on Ozempic.
They all fucking did.
And so is probably fucking Whoopi.
Whoopi definitely. She definitely lost 100 pounds on Ozempic.
Yeah, they all did.
Can we talk about that? How Whoopi Goldberg was so fat. And we'll see in this thing. But
she was so fat that she was practically falling off of her chair.
Yeah. I mean, she was, dude.
Yeah, look at her.
It was getting real bad for her.
Think about this. Think about The View. The View was just hosted by women.
Yeah, I mean that's why the show was set up. It was set up by Barbara Walters, who was a respectable reporter.
And she, and I would say that before Donald Trump was on The View in 2016. Like before, there was something happened. Something happened during Trump's administration.
He broke them.
Yeah,
he broke them. Just like everybody else, though. Trump broke a lot.
Was
of
Rosie on The View?
At one point, she was.
So that's why
and
he
then
called her
left.
that.
She left. Well, because she had her own daytime television show or talk show.
Yeah,
and I guess it failed.
Of course, because Donald Trump called her a fat pig on national television.
Yeah.
It ruined her.
Yeah. But that was before. It was like 2009.
Right. So obviously we covered the 3 or the 5.
Yeah, five in 3 days, right? 5 legal notes in 3 days, which was crazy. Okay. So speaking of all the legal notes with The View, we love talking about The View because number one, it's very interesting to talk about all these people that are just stupid. Number two, obviously, it's very viral, helps us a lot. So we're gonna engagement farm as much as we can. We're not gonna hide it. We're not gonna be shameful about it. But I came across this last night, and I added this to the slate quite recently. So in 2022, The View was forced to read 36 legal notes. Okay. So in light of all this happening with Matt Gaetz and Pete Hegseth, I decided to find the clip. It's a compilation of The View reading all 36 legal notes due to the reckless and the hate-fueled comments. So please enjoy this, right? Here we go. This is from 2022.
Oh, okay, so you have to read this thing.
Oh, I've got a legal note. I do have a quick legal note.
You gotta milk this cow.
Yes, I have a legal note.
Do you have a legal note again?
Oh, I do. Wow, another one.
I
have 2 legal notes.
Ginny denied any conflict of interest between her activism and her husband's work on the Supreme Court.
Well, she doesn't talk to him at night.
That's my legal notes. But let me say this very quickly.
Ginny Thomas has denied any conflict of interest between her activism and her husband's work.
You got a
legal note.
I have a legal note. Trump denied Esper's claims about wanting to shoot protesters.
I have a legal note.
Simon Lviv denies serial fraud and said he would proceed with a lawsuit for defamation. Congressman
Sonny's
Loudermilk
got a lot
has
of
denied
these.
any wrongdoing.
You have a legal note.
Roy Moore and Representative Matt Gaetz have denied any wrongdoing.
Uh-oh, here's another one.
Turning Point USA has condemned the group of neo-Nazis and said they have nothing to do with the organization.
But you let them in.
President, open your
You
mouth.
let them in and you knew what they were.
We want to make clear that these demonstrators were gathered outside the event and that they were not invited. We apologize for anything we said that may have been unclear on these points.
My bad.
My bad. Dude.
All right. So if you wanted to just know real quick how credible The View is, there you go. That's how credible The View is. Again, that was 36 legal notes in the year of 2022. They had 5 in 3 days last week. So you could say whatever you want about that. But let's talk about this, dude. We just watched this video of The View, and we have one more thing that we have to talk about.
I just love The View, dude.
I know.
I love The View.
I know. Well, you know what? They're great ladies. They have great hearts, and they're all on Ozempic.
Yeah.
Every one of them are on Ozempic. We just watched. Let's talk about this real quick, okay? Because we have to let this video load and play.
We just watched Sunny Hostin go from literally. I mean, she
right.
She lost a lot of weight in the last 2 years, and I know everybody knows it's Ozempic, and the same with Whoopi Goldberg.
No, unless
these ladies were just so scared of a Donald Trump pregnancy that they stopped eating, which probably didn't happen
pregnancy?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, men can get pregnant now.
Presidency.
I'm pregnant.
They were so scared of a Donald Trump presidency that they were just not being able to eat. But probably what was happening was they just continued to shovel their fat faces with food in being scared that Donald Trump was going to become president, because there's a good chance that once everybody opens their eyes to what The View is doing, it's going to go down like MSNBC.
Yes. I mean, a lot of food went down their throat in the past however many years. They were just eating to kind of
cope with the pain of a Donald Trump presidency.
And the stress. Yes, of a Donald Trump presidency. But okay, we just watched a compilation from 2022, okay? All of their legal notes, the 36 legal notes they had to read, and they all looked like shit. All the ladies on The View looked like shit. Whoopi Goldberg looked like Bob the fucking Tomato. Whoopi Goldberg was looking like Bob the Tomato. Sunny Hostin, she was looking a bit. She had a little. She was she's a
little fuller.
Yeah, a little fuller. The Spanish lady, who she's not good enough as a talent to name, looking big, right? Joy Behar was looking old and shriveled up.
She hasn't changed though.
Yeah,
Joy Ozempi's it's not working for you.
Or
Joy.
she doesn't need it.
Yeah,
or she doesn't need it.
No.
I feel like I would like Joy if she didn't open her mouth about politics. And then that blonde chick too was looking a little bit fuller. Okay. Fast forward now, we're talking about all these clips, right? Whoopi Goldberg looks like she's shed 100 pounds.
Yeah.
Holy shit. She looks like she's back in her acting shape.
She's good. She looks good.
She looks really good. She's got a chiseled jawline. Everything's looking at her face looks good. Everything.
Her beard's lined up. She looks good. She's got a high bald fade. She's good. She is killing it.
Sunny Hostin, too. Sunny Hostin, she's like, you can see all her jaw, a chiseled jaw. She's looking kind of on triangle.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I mean, we're not going to talk about that. But they're all on Ozempic. All these ladies are on Ozempic and snorting coke backstage right before the show, talking about Donald Trump, who, by the way, I feel like some of them secretly like Donald Trump because they created Donald Trump. They created Donald Trump.
They created the public figure of Donald Trump.
Yes, they all created Donald Trump, but they're all on Ozempic, and that's clear when you watch. Okay, everybody, for the viewer, right? We have to milk this a little bit, let this video load.
And I wonder, not to cut you off, but I just wonder. Like, we talk about who made Donald Trump. Obviously, he was given money from his father. He created businesses. Some businesses flunked. Some businesses prospered.
This happens.
Whatever. But Donald Trump was in Hollywood. He was a Hollywood figure. He was talked about in movies, in TV shows, in daytime television, music.
Yes.
Donald Trump is a huge figure. So I wonder, is it because Donald Trump did not fall in line? Did he not fall in line with Diddy?
No.
Did he not fall in line with Epstein? Did he have his own rational way of thinking? Like, he is a patriot until the patriot is dead.
I think this is the first time we talked about him on this episode.
I think it is too.
Good for us.
Daddy. No, but realistically, like, did he just not fall in line, and is that why you see all these media outlets coming out against him? And it goes even deeper than just Donald Trump is not a good person. Mm-hmm. When you look at business or certain ethics or whatever, like, these people love Donald Trump because Donald Trump was one of them until he stepped out, or maybe wasn't even in with the association in the first place.
Yep.
And now he wants to rage against the machine, and the people that are operating the controls of the machine, the daytime television, the nighttime television, the MSNBC, the CNN, the ABC, the NBC. Think about that. Think about that, dude. And who do we have? Who does Republicans have?
Who does? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm talking fast. Who does the Republicans have? They have what? They have some people on X.
Elon.
They have Elon.
For now.
They have Fox. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Because I look at TV shows even. Like, do you remember, like, Hawaii Five-0 or, like, those television shows that were on,
Blue Bloods.
Blue Bloods, good shows.
Law and Order.
Law and
SVU.
Order.
Me and the fiance are watching
Great
SVU.
show. On Peacock?
Hulu.
Oh, nice.
Dude, we're on season 6.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, fuck.
So, like, you look at all those shows, okay, and now I don't know. I don't know if it's an inclusion thing, if it's just because of Hollywood, but think about what we're seeing on mainstream television right now.
It's all the gay agenda, dude.
Every show has a gay or lesbian couple. Every show, without a doubt. We watch a show right now. I'll name it. It's not like it's a secret. We watch, what's it called? God damn it. Fire Country. Okay? It's called Fire Country. And I want to say it's an ABC or something along those lines. But they in that show, there is straight couples, but there is a black lesbian, which it's like, to me, when I think of that, Hollywood's just like, yep, we're just going to knock out two of those groups. We're going to knock out a person of color and a person of, a gay person.
All right, hold on. I have a question then. So when does this show take place? Like, when was it made? Is it current?
Yes, it's a current show.
Has it been a long-standing thing, or is it?
This is the third or fourth season. I want to say it's a third season of it, and the third season's active right now.
That's interesting. Here's the thing.
So, what? Go ahead.
We're watching, like I said, we're watching SVU, Law and Order SVU. We're on season 6, but there's 25 seasons.
Yeah.
And right now, it's a special victims unit, so it's like the sex police, right?
Yeah, in the criminal justice system.
Yeah, all that stuff, right? Very interesting, very crazy.
Can you do that? Can you do the intro? Do you know it? No. Like what he says at the beginning, like in the criminal justice system, sexually based offenses are considered especially heinous.
I can't do the voice now.
Oh, you can't? No, but I'm saying, like, do you know what he says? Do you have it memorized?
These are the stories. Dun, dun.
You gotta go through the whole thing.
I can't. I'm not good at the
I grew up on it.
But here's the thing, okay? So this show started back in like the late 90s, 1999.
Yes.
And you would see people from all walks of life, right? There's even a trans character in... There's multiple trans characters in the whole show, obviously. But the one in, I'd like to say 2002, it's centered around a trans victim. And it doesn't feel like they're preaching. My problem is I know inevitably around Me Too, around Trump kind of getting in office, it all is going to start to pushing the LGBTQ agenda. And I'm not excited to see that. I have a long time. I'm pretty sure it's probably around like season 16, season 17 when that starts to happen. So we got like 10 seasons.
Well, that's the thing, is it's very funny that you bring that up, because they did start in 99, and you look at, I mean, I just know this show because I grew up on it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Elliot Stabler, who's a straight white man with a family.
Gosh,
let's talk about Olivia Benson,
love her,
who is straight, and she's been through a lot of shit, but she's straight.
Yes.
And then I'm trying to think about
Ice-T.
the old characters. Ice-T, who plays what's his name in the show?
Detective Tutuola. Finn Tutuola.
Yes, Finn. So you have him, who's a straight African American male.
Right.
Then you have Munch, who I believe plays
multiple
straight.
Divorces.
Yeah, multiple divorces. You have the captain. What's his name? Yeah,
Kragan.
Yeah, like all of those people. So they're not pushing any sort of agenda. It's just a television show. Dr. Wong, straight. Straight. But like, I think, I don't know where the disconnect is, where they're trying to just incorporate everybody. And I'm not saying that I have any issues with it, because like I said, we watch Fire Country.
Right.
We're on the third season
and
of
here's
it.
the thing, too. I mean, watching The Wire, right? I like The Wire. But that was early 2000s, too. And there was a black lesbian character. But they wrote her like a person. They didn't write her like... not even propaganda, but like the typical obnoxious feminine, gay, whatever. They didn't preach at you. It was just, they wrote the character who was LGBTQ as a human being. Right. And it was, you got it, you took it in. They even showed sex scenes occasionally with this, but like they weren't preaching at you. So you know what I mean?
So here's another one. We were watching another show, and I can't remember what it was called. Station 19.
I've heard of it.
So it is a spinoff of a fire department,
right?
That is in the same state, like Seattle, where Grey's Anatomy. So it ties right in with Grey's Anatomy, okay? And in that show, again, no issues, not talking shit, but in that show, I realized that we were watching intense gay sex and kissing scenes.
Oh, jeez.
A lot more than we were watching straight people. Like, there was this one character he would cheat on his boyfriend, and then he went back to his boyfriend, and it was like 2 times one episode, 3 times one episode that we were watching, like, him make out with somebody. And
that's interesting.
It's just, it's putting it on your television, it's pushing it on you.
Yeah.
Where it's, I don't have an issue with it. People are gay.
Right.
But I feel like if we're going to be, I don't want to sound awful when I say this, but if we're going to be pushing that side of
the world,
then we need to be doing it in a way where it's like, we're not pushing the straight sex scenes and the intense kissing scenes. Like, we're not pushing it that crazy.
There was a time when I felt like they were.
Right, so we need to have a middle ground where it's like, okay, why are we going crazy intense with these, gay kissing scenes, but we're not watching straight people kiss? I mean, yeah, of course we can.
We know it.
Of course we can. But it's very funny that, like you said, I mean, going back from watching Law and Order or Cold Cases or any of those shows back then, and then you just completely spin into this new wave of television where it's a lot of things are being pushed.
I'm just upset. Not upset, but I love this show. And like I said, right now we're in season 6, so it's like 2005, year 2005.
Stabler still there?
Yeah. Nice. I'm just disappointed because I know all the woke shit is coming. And it's going to probably ruin the show. Yeah, but it comes like
10 seasons down the line.
I know, but it's probably going to ruin the show, and I don't want to sit through all that stuff.
But I don't know, because I don't know that it's crazy woke though. You'll have to see.
But it's like special victims, so like they're gonna go overboard on like the Me Too shit.
Yeah,
and they're gonna, you know what I mean? Like right now, I don't feel like preached to at all. But I know it's coming, and I'm very disappointed because it's gonna ruin the show for me. Anyway. But
The View.
Yeah, The View. Shit, yeah, we went on a little tangent there. We'll clip that. Hopefully, people fucking watch, but we'll see. The View. So. We're not done talking about The View.
No, not yet.
So they love to go after people that are bigger than them. And that's exactly what happened. So The View was talking about Joe Rogan. And, we're just going to play the clip for you. I don't even really know what they said. I didn't really watch the video prior to this. So it'll be interesting.
It's the fact that mainstream media is just referring to Joe Rogan as this guy, Joe Rogan, which is what you'll see Joy Behar do.
Yeah.
Instead of just saying Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, I believe, at least in my walk of life, is a household name.
Yeah.
People know who Joe Rogan is.
20 million listeners per episode at least.
But go ahead. Listen to what this dumb broad Joy Behar has to say.
People want us divided, and they aren't just here in this country.
You're dividing
foreign
us.
adversaries who are infiltrating our social media because it is prudent for us to stay that way. So when you see something that really pisses you off, you should triple check that one.
Yeah. But I think that's why people like our show, because they know that we are checked by ABC News. But
we're checked by everybody. You are.
Yeah, I mean, if we're wrong, we have the legal note here.
Human legal.
But we went from Walter Cronkite, basically, to this guy Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. I checked it. He believes in dragons. He believes in dragons.
Did you triple source that?
Yes, I did. And he also thinks that dragons, like dinosaur-y type of animals, roamed the earth when people did. So this is the type of really
oh my
bad
God! I want Joy Behar to have to read a
out.
legal note about Joe Rogan.
Some really good
It's possible that Donald Trump did roam the earth when dinosaurs were here.
There are some really good news kind of influencer types, and I think it's great that they're getting information about global and current events in front of younger people who maybe don't tune into traditional media. But to Sarah's point, there has to be some fact checking and actually verification of the things that are shared, because I spend a lot of time on Instagram Reels, and I'm served up things that I get outraged about, and then I realize, oh, that's not even true, but I have the sense to go and look it up. But what I do worry about with this, like the Blue Sky versus X, because a lot of people I follow on X, Twitter, have now left to go to Blue Sky. I worry we're all going into our own echo chamber. So we had this, this election that was tense. Donald Trump won, and the right is going to stay on X, and then the left is all going to be on Blue Sky. How do we try to talk to each other?
Unfortunately, I will have to say, the other side, I think, has driven people away, because it's not just discourse. It's nasty name calling and coming after your family, and I'm going to do this to you. And I don't think anyone should have to take that from anybody if they don't have to. So I'm not, and I think a lot of Republicans who also are getting that because they have opinions that may differ from what is being said, they're moving as well. Because, and I know why also, because, as I believe, Elon Musk is the actual vice president.
Oh my gosh. First of all, Whoopi Goldberg says that nobody should have to take an attack, and Whoopi has been taking Ozempic for the past year. But
she's talking about, any of those ladies on The View have no right to talk any word about families being attacked or anything when the left is the anti-family political group.
Well, Joe Rogan, real quick, just to
go ahead.
cap that off, they called Joe Rogan a dragon believer. So Joe Rogan quoted the tweet and said, "That's my new official X description." And when we go over here, that is his new official X description. It probably won't load, but it says dragon believer.
Now, Joe Rogan, you're never going to see this. No. However, if you can somehow get your legal team to reach out to The View,
it will break the internet.
Get Joy Behar to have to read a legal note on air in regards to her statements about Joe Rogan believing in dragons. What the fuck is she even talking about?
It's just stupid, dude. I don't understand. These people think that they have all the power. They think
I gotta piss.
That's fine. They think that everybody is so wrong. They think that they look down on people that have millions and millions and millions of more followers and listeners than them. It is why The View, I sound like a prophet now, it is why The View is going to inevitably be shut down, because they do not make any money. They are spreading hate, and Donald Trump, they like to say Donald Trump was the start of all this, folks. Donald Trump was the response. All of the mainstream media preaching to you about things that you should do, pushing all these agendas on you, all of this shit, it was all starting with them. Anyway, so it's very, what's a good word for it? It's very telling. All this stuff, they're getting everything they deserve. I really hope Joe Rogan and his lawyers force all those high society ladies who probably do coke behind the scenes, behind the set, to force them to read a legal note, because it's just getting very bad for them ultimately. And I don't know how much longer that they're on the air. I really don't. It's not a good situation for them, and they'd be privileged to be having a show online where there's no guardrails, no censorship, anything like that, and nobody's forcing them to read off a list of topics and from a certain worldview. Not that they don't believe it, but yeah, dude, it's I was just ranting about The View. It's very well. It's just very telling, because
where'd my glasses go? Oh no.
Oh my gosh, they're right here, dude.
Oh fuck.
Oh my gosh.
That was stupid.
But no, it's just very telling, because The View will get shut down inevitably, and it'll be a great day. Anyway, so we have world news. Actually, to tell you the truth, have you ever been to Canada?
Yes.
Canada is a very great place. I love Canada. I actually have family in Canada. I had a cousin that I thought was hot when I was like 8 years old from Canada. So that's that. But folks, Canada is sinking into utter despair. Over the week, there was a riot. Why? Because it was Palestinian protesters, allegedly, of course, protesting Netanyahu, protesting Israel. I'm not going to get into what we think, because I think a certain group of people that rhymes with the Muse are behind all of this, and not for a good reason. But nevertheless, I don't agree with violence, right? We both don't agree with people breaking into buildings, rioting, looting, all that shit. So, why do I talk about this? Over the past week in Montreal, there were lots of riots. There was rioting, looting, burning of buildings, breaking into buildings, all of that stuff.
This is Canada's summer of love. We're going to call it the fall of love.
Winter. Well, I guess it's the fall of love. But you'll be very interested to find out who was absent from all of this. So real quick, this is them. This is Canada. And they are protesting all of this stuff. What's happening?
I don't know.
Technical difficulty. I apologize. Sorry, folks. Anyway, but this is a riot. So there was multiple riots in Montreal, right? And it was terrible. And look at all this destruction. Look at what they're doing. Regardless of what you think about the Israel-Palestine conflict, you cannot tolerate this burning down of a beautiful city, Montreal. Look at this, dude. They're breaking into the buildings. Regardless of what you think about this conflict, there is no reason to break into buildings that have nothing to do with the Israel-Palestine conflict. You can't do this. Look at that. Look at that. Come on. Montreal is a beautiful city. I've been there. Why are you doing this?
I'm just saying.
How do you justify this? Look at this. How How do you justify that?
It's the exact same thing that we saw in Minnesota.
Okay, but here's the thing,
though.
Here's
It's not the exact same
thing. Here's the thing. I'm not going to justify that because that's kind of
No, I'm not justifying either of them.
That happened right there in Minnesota. They were regardless of what you...
Right, so they're not doing this in Palestine or in
right,
Israel.
because they'd be dead.
Right.
That's just how it is. People that have nothing to do... Maybe they have something to do with the conflict, right? Maybe they're Palestinian, and it's a tragedy. I'm not going to say it's a genocide people around the world have. Even the Pope, ironically, has. But... you shouldn't be doing this to a city that has nothing to do with it. Okay, Montreal is a beautiful city, bro. There's a Catholic church in this hill. You got to walk up all these steps. It's literally in the hill. It's such a beautiful. It is such a beautiful city. But okay, you would think that the Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, would be. you think that Justin Trudeau would be. Worried, right? And you think he'd be working on kind of resolving this conflict while Montreal burns down. And take a look at what he was doing. So Justin Trudeau was at a Taylor Swift concert.
Now, obviously, we can't play this for copyright.
No, we are. I will.
Oh, are we?
I will. Fuck it. I will.
Well, I was going to sing behind her. I was going to
Look
sing
at this.
for him.
This is Trudeau. Look at this. Look at him. This Montreal is burning down, and Trudeau's just partying. He's at a Taylor Swift concert. He's dancing. He's singing the words. Look at that. We'll play it again. Dude, Montreal, one of the best looking, the greatest cities in Canada, is burning down. And Trudeau, that's Trudeau right there. All right, here's another video of Montreal burning down and utter civil unrest. Look at this, dude. We'll play this. We'll play the whole thing. But look,
car on fire.
His city. This is in Montreal. The city. They're just breaking into shit. They're breaking into cars. We just played a video of them breaking into a building, smashing windows. This is not okay. Look at all this, dude. And meanwhile, Trudeau's over there singing to Taylor Swift at a Taylor Swift concert. So, Canada, if you are seeing this, because they have that rule where 60% of their podcast media has to be Canadian, if you are seeing this, I'm very sorry that your leader is such a bumbling idiot. Is he a descendant of Castro? Maybe. I don't know. But he's not a good leader. He's a terrible leader. He's letting a great city burn down. It's a shame.
He really is. He really is. And I wasn't trying to justify...
No, I know. I
wasn't trying to justify what happened. And even with the Minnesota riots, and you want to talk about, it happening because it happened there, and all the BLM riots that happened there, you go on the same... It goes on the same page of what are you getting from that? There's no conflict that will be resolved by breaking into buildings, whether or not it was the BLM riots or whether it's these Israel-Palestine, what was it? It was a riot, So obviously they have big feelings, as my girlfriend would tell my son. You can have big feelings, and it's okay to have big feelings. However, what it's not okay to do, you stupid fucks, is it's not okay to burn down cities.
Oh my gosh.
That are all that's going to do is fuck the taxpayer, you stupid morons. That's what I don't understand, is we're just creating such civil unrest between, number one, like you said, a city like Montreal that has nothing to do with the conflict.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing to do with the conflict. And we're just going to continue to what? Burn down cities.
And here's the thing.
And smash glass windows.
Here's the thing, though. When there actually was civil unrest, it pisses me off, and Trudeau acted like nothing happened, right? People that were on his side of the aisle were burning down Montreal, breaking into buildings, rioting, looting, all that shit. And he's at a Taylor Swift concert doing absolutely nothing. But when a couple of truckers want to protest, the COVID-19 lockdowns and all the vaccine mandates, he not only sends the police to stop them, he freezes their bank accounts, and people outside all over the world put together a GoFundMe to fund these truckers because their jobs were at risk, their livelihoods were at risk. What do? They stopped the GoFundMe, and I don't even know if they returned the money.
I don't think they did.
No.
I don't think they did. They probably all went towards Justin Trudeau's Eras World Tour tickets.
Justin Trudeau can go to hell.
He's a disgusting piece of shit.
He's not a good leader at all. I'm very happy we don't live in Canada. I'm glad we have an actual leader in Donald Trump. And
agreed, finally. And also with that, I know that we don't have it on the slate, but I want to bring it up because it has to do with all of this. I'm sure you saw the Jaguar new
oh my gosh,
new commercial.
That was crazy.
It's going to tie in with our next topic, but we have issues like the Jaguar. We have issues of, actually, it's not even an issue. A lot of companies are coming out, and now schools as well, I believe, are coming out against their DEI programs. Against offering DEI scholarships and different DEI programs within businesses and such. And in case you didn't know what a DEI hire is, Kamala Harris is a perfect example of a DEI hire. Somebody who did not deserve to be where she was. For the past 4 years, Kamala Harris has been a vice president, and everybody has, constantly scrutinized her for 3 years.
Constantly.
About being, quite frankly, the worst vice president in history.
She's been bad.
She's been pretty bad. And then she gets the tap for Democratic quote-unquote nominee, never nominated,
right?
Never voted on.
Not once.
And so, anyways, these companies are getting rid of their DEI programs because now they realize that it's a crock of shit. It's a crock of shit.
I just don't understand how you have to be so insulated in your ideology to not understand what's really going on. It's just crazy to me. Like, are these people really that brainwashed? Damn it.
I think so.
They can't be.
I really think
they
so.
They can't be.
Because you want to know what it is? It's all the scared white people that do not want to piss off people of color, Latinos, blacks, anybody along those lines.
People with white guilt.
Right.
I think
it's all the white guilt, dude. And white guilt runs deep.
That is so
white
crazy.
White guilt runs deep.
All right, so we're just going to play this now. I just think that is so crazy. How could you have white guilt for something that you didn't even participate in? Maybe your ancestors were slave owners.
Right.
Mine weren't. I know yours weren't.
Well, I mean, if you want to be technical about it.
Oh, okay.
White people were enslaved. There was slavery across the board. Black people sold black people as slaves. It is not just the white people. If you want to look at Eastern Europeans, enslaved. White people, enslaved. Every race, every ethnicity was enslaved at one point in time.
But here's the thing now that they don't care about. There is more slavery now than there was back in the 1800s because of companies like Apple. You have companies like Samsung doesn't do anything anymore, but Apple definitely has this where they have the plants, right? Mm-hmm. And they have the cheap labor, and then they have the factories. Now, what happens in the factories? These people cannot do the 20-hour day and the 4 hours sleep. They just can't do it. They're worked to death. So what do? They go on top of the building, and they jump, and they kill themselves to the point where the Apple factories actually had to put the nets around the building so that they didn't kill them, so they could go back to work. That's insane. That's insane. The same thing with Foxconn, too. They do this. All these, Nike, sweatshops, all this stuff
exists. It's not talked about enough.
Right? We talk about Tesla. You want to talk about Tesla? You want to talk about electric cars, right? And how they're virtuous and they're good for the environment and we need to cut down on CO2 emissions. Shut the fuck up. Because the people that are mining all of the cobalt for these batteries are, as a result, in slavery.
Don't do Elon like that.
But that's what it is, though. I mean, that's what it is. He does a bunch of different things, but that's how you get it.
Right.
That's how you get it. In what's it called? What's the place? That they mine the cobalt.
Oh.
Yeah. Thing.
I'm not gonna get it.
It's not Cameroon. Where's Cameroon? I'm thinking where Joel Embiid is from. Congo.
Oh, Congo.
In the Congo.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, bro. This is just insane.
It is. And again, I went on a tangent about the DEI hires just because I'm glad to see that
I went with you too. I agree.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that part fail. And the other thing that I'm glad to see start to unravel is the trans ideology.
Dude, it is really, really bad. And we're going to play it for you folks. Specifically, this is Nancy Mace. Who is Nancy Mace, you may ask? Well, Nancy Mace is a congresswoman from the state of South Carolina. And
proud Republican.
Yeah, proud Republican. And she has been going on a tear. What kind of tear, you may ask? Well, a trans tear. And not a violent trans tear, nevertheless. But she has been speaking out against all of the DEI nonsense and the LGBTQ propaganda as well. So we'll play this for you right now. If it loads, I hope it does load. If not, we'll just skip to the next one. But Nancy Mace basically, she said how, we're not going to play this video, but Nancy Mace said how she would support a bill that would prohibit men from entering the bathroom of women in Congress and vice versa. So she didn't want men to be in the female bathroom and females to be in the male bathroom because, listen, it makes sense. It makes sense. Why would you want a man to be in your bathroom if you're a female, right? Why would you want to be going to the bathroom and possibly being exposed in the same room where a man will be exposing himself to you potentially?
So the reason that all of this is even being addressed, and I can't remember the name of the congressman who is, I think he was just elected or something, and I say he because that's what he is. I can't think of his name right now, but there's a bill that is going through currently, and the whole reason that Nancy Mace is under fire is because there's a transgender congressman who, congresswoman, people want to call him a congressperson. Yeah. That's just ridiculous. But to have a transgender in Congress now,
which I don't care about. It doesn't matter.
No, I don't think anybody does. But the issue is they're just trying to figure out the bathroom situation, which also ultimately I don't understand what's going on with it, because now I'm under the impression that everybody kind of has like a bathroom in their own office.
Yeah, I thought so
is what
too.
they've said. But I get it, public situations and whatnot. But anyways, so Nancy Mace is now speaking out against that. I want to say that Nancy Mace is actually an abuse survivor.
Yeah, she's a rape victim.
Yes, so there's a lot that goes into that. What the fuck is that?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is either.
There's a lot that goes into that. However, Nancy Mace's main argument is that there's no reason that if you have a penis or you are a transgender, you should be allowed to be in my bathroom.
Right.
As women, they need to be protected and they need to feel safe. And I don't know what it is like to be a woman. However, as a woman, I believe a majority are kind of, they have a different feeling as a man. Even talking to my sister or my girlfriend, talking about them going to get gas.
Or
going to get gas,
parking garages,
anything. There's a sense of fear.
Yeah.
As a woman, in any social aspect. So why would they not want to feel safe in their own bathrooms?
Exactly, and I'm a feminist too, so I get it. But anyway, so Nancy Mace was talking about all this, right? Stirred up a ton of controversy because she's opposed to the man being in the female bathroom in Congress, whatever. So here's a tweet back from, I don't know, this is 2021. Nancy Mace says right here, I strongly support LGBTQ rights. No one should be discriminated against. Religious liberty, gay rights, and transgender equality can all coexist. I'm also a constitutionalist. We have to ensure anti-discrimination laws don't violate religious freedom. I get that. And then Adam Kinzinger, who has...
certified cuck boy.
Right, he's just an idiot. He actually likes to brag about being a rhino. He goes, hey, Nancy Mace, and he tagged her in all of that. And then Nancy Mace quotes it. She goes, it's okay, Adam. Even though you don't have balls anymore, you can still use the men's room. A classic own. A classic own.
Great.
So that was really funny. So then, Nancy Mace was holding an event, and a transgender person tried to storm the
male
event.
To female.
Male to female tried to storm the stage, and listen to what Nancy Mace said in response to that.
It's ridiculous. It is the day after Trans Day of Visibility. We have had
so he's holding up the flag right here.
Because of the hate and lies that you are spreading.
He's being kicked out.
We want an internet with free speech for everyone, or just the privileged few? Are you going to stand up to the lives of trans people, black and brown people? Are we fighting for justice? Or are we
listen to what she says.
fighting for justice here?
That his penis isn't going to be in my bathroom.
Got him. So Nancy Mace said his penis is not going to be in my bathroom.
Should we give him a copy of If You Give a Trans a Penis?
Oh my gosh. Not this episode. I'm not prepared. But here's another one, okay? So after that, she makes a video and said some trans lunatic tried to rush the stage and attack me. So here's the video for you.
Hey guys, I am at the airport making my way back home to Low Country in South Carolina. I just spoke at an event with a couple hundred people. Some trans lunatic tried to rush the stage and attack me. And he is just making the case for me.
What the hell happened?
Nevertheless, sorry, I thought it loaded. Anyway, but yeah, that's the point. So some trans person tried to attack her. I mean, regardless of what you're saying, if you're saying this as a congresswoman, you are going to get a lot of backlash, but I don't think that it's something that it's not something that should be politically divisive.
No.
Like, it's common sense. If you're a man, you go in the men's restroom. If you're a woman, you go in the woman's restroom. And I saw one of my cousins who is a lib. I haven't talked to her in person in a long time, but we still follow each other. But not somebody that I see in person. Not
Did she
somebody.
sprout a penis?
No. But on the left, and she posted something saying how your bathrooms at home are both genders. It doesn't matter which gender you have in your bathroom at home, so why do you care about that? And what I would say is my bathroom at home is not a public fucking bathroom.
Exactly. Do you know how many people that I've shit or pissed next to in a public bathroom that I wouldn't let use my bathroom in my fucking house?
Right. Why would you want a man who says he's a woman but doesn't have to show any proof, still has a cock, be in the same restroom as a woman who may be undressed in a stall, right?
Because it doesn't even go as far as that. Bathrooms. Where do we draw the line? Bathrooms, locker rooms. There's some big stories coming out of a couple different states that I can't think of off the top of my head that are going, it's a full nude spa.
Oh.
That is under fire. I can't remember what the spa name is called, but there's a full nude spa that had to address women only, and they even went as far as to say biological women only, or unless you've had bottom surgery. Yeah, it's crazy, but they're in the right. They're in the right, and I wouldn't even go as far as to say if you have bottom surgery.
What?
There's crazy. It's like some sort of massage therapy where they have like showers, massages, pools, and stuff. But it is it's a naked facility so that women can feel comfortable going there, being naked, getting these treatments, and not worrying about if they're going to be in the pool and there's some woman with a penis right next to them.
Oh my gosh. It's the same issue too when you talk about sharing jail cells, right? I remember in COVID, either it was 2021, 2022, maybe it was even 2020, but women were getting pregnant in jail. Why? Because they put the trans male to female in that jail too. And believe it or not,
or
I think
female to male.
Yeah, shit. Sorry. Sorry. Wow.
Men, you can't have babies.
Well, no. Hold on. Let me say this though. I think it was male to female, right? Trans male. That's how fucking hard this is, bro. Just make it normal.
No, it would
bring
be
back
female to
normalcy.
male.
It's so. But like, this is what we were talking about, right?
Right.
No, I think. Listen. They put a male to female in the woman's, so the male still had a penis. The male to female who still had the penis impregnated the woman.
You're talking about men going into the women's jail.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's how hard it is to distinguish, folks. Nothing is. Who knows?
Right.
Reality is. It took us 2 minutes to kind of decipher what we were even talking about, because
and nobody knows. That's the other thing.
Yes.
I listen to Joe Rogan all the time, and he talks about how he doesn't know. How am I supposed to dress a trans woman? Like, if I say trans woman, where did you transition from? Did you transition from male and now you're a female, or you're a trans woman so now you're a male? What does it mean?
It's just so hard to make the distinction. It's so hard to make the distinction. And listen, people are going to say, oh, well, why should it matter? And it shouldn't. In public, it shouldn't. I do not give a fuck. I do not care. If I see somebody that looks strange, I just think they're strange. I move on. I don't go up to them and say, hey, show me your cock, and grab them by the ball.
Did you get bottom surgery?
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't matter.
Could you imagine that? Just walking through the fucking mall. Hey! Nice cock! Woman! Fucking dude, this shit's crazy.
You're in Macy's.
Right.
There's a woman in a dress that you think is.
You just put your phone under there.
What the fuck is this?
Still a dude! Get out of my bathroom! Like, I mean, and then it goes as far as to say is,
I'm thinking of a Law and Order SVU episode where there was a male to female, but was pretending to be a male, and the guy didn't know for 6 months, and so they found out because he was connected to a murder. They found out, and she was in the interrogation room, or he, male to female. And this guy thought he was dating a girl, and the cops question him about it. He breaks into the interrogation room, and he goes up to the trans woman, and he just grabs her balls, and he goes, "You!"
That's back when SVU could be good. But I mean, think about this, Luke. Where does it end? Because if we have an issue where you're a trans man, a trans woman. So you're a man transitioning to be a woman. If I go into the women's locker room as a woman and I sexually assault another woman,
right?
Is that going to break the internet? Is that going to be big news? Or are they just going to say, oh, that's just 1 in a million, so just don't even worry about it?
It's not good, dude. And I don't know where you draw the line. I don't know where we end it. And they say you're transphobic if you like these bathroom laws or if you want them, but it's just for women to be safe. That's all it is.
Well, because then, I mean, if you look on the flip side of that, you look at how they're trying to make the drag queen kid readings an event that should happen.
Story
and
hour,
then,
yeah.
Right. And then if you look through stories of drag queens that are actually child predators, that hasn't broken the internet. That hasn't deterred anybody from being on... And that hasn't deterred anybody from, doing these readings. They still think it's a great idea. Like, it should be shut down across the board.
Shia, these people are brainwashed.
Right. I just saw another thing where did you send it to me about the gender studies in kindergarten for a school?
Yeah, this lady was kicked out of, I think it was a kindergarten, and I would like to say Oregon.
Checks out.
Yeah, but this wasn't just gender studies. I think it was a first grade, and she was showing porn to the kids.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Well, there was another one. They were offering, or they were implementing a gender studies course for the kindergarten class. This is not confirmed, but the fact that is even, and all they're saying is it's because of niceness, or trying to teach them how to not judge or how to include everybody and understand what's going on.
That's
but
how it
at
starts,
the end of the
man.
day, it's like your brain is so fucking vulnerable at that age that you're going to allow people to just spew this into, like, that shouldn't even be something that you fucking learn. Like, I remember my kindergarten class kind of sucked, and there was 2 kindergartens in my elementary school, and the other kindergarten class had like this really cool like castle in there,
yeah,
and like you could climb, but I wasn't in that class. So I was pissed about that. And that's all I cared about through
Still
kindergarten
to this day,
was that I
apparently.
couldn't get into the room with the castle. But instead there's no castles, it's just guys with clits. Like, that's what we're preaching. Like, that's what we're preaching to these people. Like, let's go back to the castles. Let's go back to kindergarten fucking snack hour, not talking about chicks with dicks. Like, it's
Do you want to
not
have a castle on the set?
Dude, should we?
Yeah, I would love to.
Just be playing in the castle, just be able to... No.
We have a couple more topics that I want to get to.
I'm going to get a sign. This is biological men in my castle only.
All right, well, speaking of the ideology and the pandering, have you heard of the new Have you heard of the? have you heard of the new? Damn, why can't I speak? Have you heard of the new movie Wicked?
I have.
It's basically a prequel to The Wizard of Oz. So, it is based off of Glinda the Good Witch and the Wicked Witch of the West, and I guess they're doing this thing like Hollywood's been doing in the past 5 or so years, where the villain is actually misunderstood, and let's explore why the villain is this way, because now we're going to make the villain good and we're going to flip everything on its face. Okay, so Ariana Grande, who's playing Glinda the Good Witch, and whoever this lady is it a lady? I don't know. But the lady that plays the Wicked Witch of the West, they were doing press interviews. And Ariana Grande is saying, this movie Wicked is so gay. Even the animals in Oz are gay. And this is a movie that is being marketed to children as PG. We are going to play this for you, and we will react to it. Here we go.
Every day at the Emerald City is a pride parade.
A pride parade?
Yeah. I mean, look at like...
That's great.
But it's true.
Yeah.
Even like the chickens. Those
Snap
chickens
it with
are
a little
gay.
cape.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, Dr. Dillman in that Bodhi cardigan.
Oh.
Let's wake it up. Let's talk about it. I want that cardigan, and let's just talk for a minute about him and his little custom tea device as well. It's like a teacup. Dr. Dilly. With his tea and his cardigan. No. I'm just throwing it out there.
It's true.
Gay icon, Dr. Dill.
Sure. I do think that scene with...
I've never missed Mac Miller more. Mac Miller could have saved her from this woke bullshit.
All right, so there's more, believe it or not. Did you know that there's more?
I hope so.
So this is Ariana Grande talking about how Glinda, the Good Witch, is actually in the closet.
Of course she is.
Right. And I don't know, it's just such a deviation from the original character because it had nothing to do with sex. But listen to this.
And trust and truth and like just such a safe space for one another, which is what all relationships should be. So, you know, whether it's romantic or platonic or, you know, maybe Glinda might be a little in the closet.
Oh, she might be a little in the closet. Once again, folks, I would like to remind you that this movie is being marketed to children. That's right.
What does that even mean? That Glinda the Good Witch is in the fucking
closet, meaning she's secretly gay as well. So, folks, this is what you get.
How far are we going to make it? Like, how far is it going to go?
Ariana Grande has also been on Ozempic, probably. Because she looks like a freaking stick. She looks like a stick.
Dude, she looks so
bulimic, like a model back in like the mid-2000s. Back when they actually cared about the models looking good. That's
also,
exactly.
I never remember the black lady plays the bad lady. She plays the bad witch?
I mean, the Wicked Witch of the West, yeah. But they're trying to make the Wicked Witch of the West good.
Oh, that's why they implemented a DEI hire for a Wicked Witch. Because we never even saw the Wicked Witch of the West.
She looks wicked in real life.
I don't think there was any black people in the old Wizard of Oz. I don't think there was. But... that's not the case. I don't really give a fuck.
We need to get back to our traditional values.
Yeah, back where the Good Witch was a straight white woman who's only fucking the Tin Man. Like, how far are we going to take it, bro? Like,
I don't understand.
Is Donald Duck going to be trans?
Once again, this movie, I would not have a problem with the movie if the movie was not marketed to children, but it is. It's rated PG. You can see it this coming week. I don't understand. These people, you could tell, they haven't had a real-life conversation with somebody that's not in the industry in a long time, just like the dialect that they talk. You know what I mean?
What is she talking about? The everyday on set, it's just so... It's
a pride parade. She
parade.
said she feels like every day in the Emerald City, it's a pride parade. Like what?
Or it could just be fun.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Yes. Okay. The Wizard of Oz does have some gay undertones when you look at the concept or whatever. Okay, that's fine. And there's singing and there's dancing and whatever which has traditionally resonated with gay people. Okay, fine. Whatever. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
And listen, can I just say I went through a little, not necessarily but a theater stage, right? I was in a couple plays, okay? I like to watch The Wizard of Oz. I'll still put it on. It was a good film. It was a revolutionary film. Dude, how can you tell me it's not appealing when the movie starts out?
You were in theater?
Yeah. How could you tell me that the movie isn't appealing when it starts out? No. The movie starts out in black and white, okay? It's so cool. The movie starts out in black and white. A big storm, Oklahoma. Toto, come on. Where are you, Toto? She goes. The house gets sucked up in the tornado.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, boom, Dorothy hits her head. She wakes up.
She's seeing colors.
It's color.
Yeah.
It's color. How could you tell me that is not the most revolutionary thing back in the 40s, I think, when it came out? The most revolutionary thing in film. It is an iconic film, regardless of it having, being a gay iconic film. Whatever.
But I don't even know that it was gay. I just think because we didn't resignate it to gay when it came out.
Over the rainbow. Over the rainbow.
Okay.
Over the rainbow.
Okay, but here's the thing. Rainbows weren't gay until fucking 2010.
They're gay now.
They're so gay now, but like we're just making it. We're making it so that we have this group of people that are in color now, walking the yellow brick road, and everything was color and bright, and you know the witches were in dresses and everything like that, and it was a cool movie, and it still is a good movie. But the fact that we're gonna take that and we're gonna take it that. Because everything was now in color now, which made it look nicer because they weren't in fucking rural Oklahoma anymore. Now they're not in, what is it? What does she say? We're not in...
The Emerald City, Oz.
No, she said, "Oh, I don't think we're not in blank anymore."
Kansas. It's Kansas,
not
Kansas.
Oklahoma.
Sorry.
So she's like, "We're not in Kansas anymore." Yeah, because it doesn't look like fucking farmland anymore. Now they're in the Emerald City, where obviously, I mean, if there was an Emerald City in the United States, I'd probably think it was gay. But like,
so San Francisco,
right? But. Okay, so we're talking about these beautiful colors of a yellow brick road, and the city itself was
the yellow brick road.
Right, the city itself was a beautiful city, all because it was colored brightly. That doesn't make it gay. So what the fuck does it mean that it was a pride parade every day? Why can't it just be a happy place? And yeah, if you're gay, come on over. If you're straight, come on over. We're having fun. We're chilling on the rainbow, the non-homosexual rainbow. We're just chilling. We're walking the yellow brick road.
I'll tell you what, though, Wicked.
Hang on a minute. Because you know how they're like going to the Wizard of Oz to try to get a heart and to try to get courage. Imagine one of them was trans and they were like, "Oh, I just really want a penis. I just really want bottom surgery." Like the Tin Man's like, "Oh, I just need a heart," and the lion wants courage, and then fucking Dorothy's like, "I just want bottom surgery. That's it."
It's just, I don't know.
It's fucking nuts.
They're supposed to be.
Nuts.
I think this is either going to be a trilogy or they already have a second film, a part 2 that's announced for Wicked.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok of some lady who was definitely a lib who was crying walking out of Wicked.
I guarantee it debuts with like a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes.
It might be 100.
It might be 100 just because like it's the ultimate pandering to the left at this point. There's a lot of colors. There's a lot of singing, dancing. If I see it, I'll see it alone, and I won't tell anybody because I am a big fan of The Wizard of Oz.
Good.
I know. But it's just, once again, I'll hone this down. I don't think it's wise, and we saw this with the Star Wars film or show where they said it's the gayest Star Wars thing ever. I would not.
And you're a Star Wars guy, aren't you, too?
Yeah. I would not have a problem with it at all if you did not market it to children. But you're marketing this film to children and you're saying, it's so gay. It's so gay. I think this character's in the closet. It's so gay.
Even the chickens are gay.
Right. Exactly. I just don't think that it's very wise. And you guys get mad when people on the right call you groomers. And yet this is what you're putting out to children. That's all I will say. Consistently. So we have one more thing. Should we talk about this? It's almost 11 o'clock. Should we?
The Browns won.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar dropped a new album. He dissed Lil Wayne. He dissed Andrew Schultz. Kendrick Lamar, like Luke said, say it again, it was iconic.
Okay, fine. So Kendrick Lamar dropped a new album, and this will be it. It was a new album. It's called Gen X, right? Kendrick Lamar is funny. I'm Team Drake to the death, right?
I wouldn't go on.
I don't care. I'm back. Team Drake to the death. Kendrick Lamar got relevant again after years of obscurity. Yeah,
I haven't heard from him since he performed at Super Bowl.
Nobody gave a shit, right? Well, the thing is, there's been beef with Kendrick and Drake spanning a decade. We're not going to get back, right? But all of a sudden, Kendrick got famous again, got popular again. Excuse me. Wow. People started talking about Kendrick again because Drake's name was in his mouth. He called Drake a pedophile. He said Drake had another child, which was both false right now, right? Both proven to be false, whatever. He might be a little bit freaky. That is neither here nor there. But Kendrick got big off Drake's name, had his first #1 single specifically because he dissed Drake and called Drake a pedophile. That's it. Mm-hmm. Without Drake, Kendrick Lamar is nothing.
Right.
So Kendrick put out this new album, and there's a certain type of people that Kendrick Lamar makes music for. Have you ever been playing pickup basketball at, say, the local YMCA or whatever, and you have the old head who's got a broken jumper? He goes outside. You live in the Y, right? You see him leaving into his car, and it's like a lowrider Cadillac from like the 80s, right? That's exactly who Kendrick Lamar makes music for. It's people that have a broken jumper, old heads that have a broken jumper, and they go home in their lowrider Cadillac. And that's it. That's who he makes music for. It was a bunch. You've heard Not Like Us, right?
Yeah.
The whole album sounds like Not Like Us. One song, cool. There's a couple songs on the album that are kind of cool, but it's 44 minutes of straight garbage for the most part. It's basically him going up to the mic like this and doing this and this and this and this and this and this and this, rapping off the beat. Shit that just sounds absolutely like trash. The only people that are going to like this album are the old heads with the broken jumpers and the low riders. This is not something that women are going to want to listen to in the club. It's just not. So that's fine, and I hope Drake starves the rap industry personally of music. We don't deserve Drake. I'm sorry, we don't. But look at this, all right, going forward. So we're just gonna we're gonna show this, and then we'll be done with the episode because I'm so kind of infuriated about this. So Lil Wayne was snubbed from the Super Bowl, obviously, because the Super Bowl is gonna be in New Orleans, where Lil Wayne's from, and Jay-Z said, you know what, we're gonna put Kendrick in it. We're gonna have Kendrick call Drake a pedophile at the Super Bowl halftime show. So we'll see what happens. But so.
Weezy F baby.
Yeah, Kendrick dissed Lil Wayne, saying how like he made Lil Wayne mad. He didn't know what he did. Whatever. So Lil Wayne responds, right? He goes, "Man, what the fuck did I do? I'd just be chilling, and they still come for my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep, I beg you. No one really wants destruction, not even me. But I shall destroy if disturbed on me. Love." Look at that, dude. Who knows what's gonna happen, right?
We're gonna get something crazy for Wayne.
Yeah, I hope so, dude. Because Lil Wayne might be the best rapper ever. He might potentially be the best rapper ever, and people just disrespect him too much, man. So who knows if this ignites another beef? Because he's been kind to everybody.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar also came for Andrew Schultz. So this is actually really fascinating. We'll cap it after this. Throughout the election, though, they were talking about, particularly Andrew Schultz was calling out Kamala Harris, right? Like the rest of us, saying she wasn't qualified, all this stuff, what have you. The quote. So Kendrick actually called Andrew Schultz out. He subbed him on one of his songs, dissed him, and he said this: "Don't let no white comedian talk about no black woman. That's law." Except for the fact that she might not even be black.
Right. I don't think that she now claimed it, you know?
She just now claimed it, okay? And that's the thing. Andrew Schultz isn't going to give a fuck about Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar makes music for people, once again, that are old heads, that have broken jumpers, and they go home, they're low rider, and that's it. They're ashy, all that stuff. Neither here nor there. Kendrick will be here here one day and gone the next, right? Andrew Schultz reacts. Andrew Schultz said to Kendrick after that, he tweeted it. He goes, or said it on a podcast actually. He goes, "Is this like too woke to understand a joke?" Legit asked if Kendrick was too woke to understand a joke. It is a joke.
Bar.
He is
kind of a bar.
Exactly. And here's the thing: people are with Andrew Schultz probably much more than Kendrick. You get an album for Kendrick once every half a decade.
Yeah.
People get an episode from Andrew Schultz multiple times a week. He's just more beloved. This album from Kendrick really sucked. I'm not a fan. No replay value. You get a couple good songs where he's rapping off the beat and it's cool, but for the whole thing, for the whole album, it's just a waste of time. So, folks, that concludes this episode. We are at the 158 mark.
What a great show.
What a great show. Really wholesome too. If you are if you are watching The View still, God bless you, but you should be put on like life support or something because
it's not going to be on for much longer.
It's terrible. If you are a big believer in MSNBC and all the quote unquote good that they do, then you should find another network. If you plan on going to see Wicked, then God bless you. You might see me there. I'll be wearing a ball cap and a COVID mask. And also, if you
you're gonna be listening to the new Kendrick album.
If you are planning on listening to the Kendrick album, please don't. That is all. If you are planning on having a nice Thanksgiving meal, I'm having my first one today. It's a little bit early, but it's with the fiance's family. Very excited. Gonna stuff myself, but not as much as Whoopi Goldberg will be stuffing herself, trying to jam her arm with Ozempic. Have a good one.